There's rumors swirling around the news, around the crypto community, that Donald Trump has created a cryptocurrency committee. And today we're going to deep dive into that. They've already announced that there's a potential huge name from the cryptocurrency industry that will be advising on that board. We will be covering that towards the end of the video. We do also have some really important news that we'll be covering over here on X. We will also take a look at the charts today. We're going to be looking at XRP, Bitcoin, which has hit another new all-time high. It is absolutely smoking to the upside. In fact, it just had its second largest weekly candle close ever. We're also going to take a look at Ethereum, and Ethereum has gotten to that level that we've been talking about now for about a week. And we'll also jump into Sui Coin, which also created another new all-time high, currently sitting at $3.14.
There are $20 trillion of real-world assets that are waiting to enter the cryptocurrency space. There's $100 trillion of global markets that the cryptocurrency space can expand to, and cryptocurrencies will enter mainstream consumers' everyday lives, and all Fortune 500 companies will adopt them. That is the reward for cooperation. That is the reward for objectivity, and that's the reward for fairness in the rulemaking that comes forward. Every single leader in this industry has to recognize that and realize that this is a very rare moment where we get that reset. And if we act with humility and we act with unity, that reset will happen quickly. And we will be able to get a very significant package of bills passed during the next 2 years. As these conversations are ongoing, I won't comment any more on them, and we'll just wait for the transition to do its process. And I look forward to seeing these specific ethics requirements, and I look forward to seeing the other things that come to play, and also understanding what the balance is between the legislative branch and the cooperation there and the executive branch of the United States. Because it's still unclear how those two components are going to come together and how this policy is going to come together. Much more will be clear in the next 60 to 90 days, and I will be traveling to Washington, D.C. on a pretty regular basis throughout all of 2025. And as I mentioned, the sole goal of our policy office will be to make sure laws get passed that give our industry clarity and fairness.
Breaking news over here on X, Angry Crypto Show tweeted out, Cardano Ada Charles Hoskinson says crypto can enter the 20 trillion real-world asset and 100 trillion global markets. And I know a lot of you guys that have been here for a while, you heard me talk about this over and over and over again about real-world assets. XRP potentially leading the way in that. An example that's really simple for you to understand of real-world assets would be a house. What if you could put a house as essentially an NFT, and people could buy it. Multiple people could buy a piece of a house, or you could just simply sell a house as an NFT and close. You wouldn't have to go through the escrow process. You wouldn't have to go through all of the rigmarole that's tied up in houses. And I'm only using houses as this example because everyone knows about housing. The other example is art. The other example is stocks, bonds. Everything can come into real-world assets on a blockchain. So as we continue to tell you, we are early to crypto. It is absolutely insane. In fact, I recently posted, I guess 2 or 3 days ago, about this excitement that's going on Facebook. And it was really interesting, the headspace that people are in over on Facebook versus crypto, Twitter, or crypto X or X.com. People on Facebook were literally dogging the fact that I was talking about crypto over there. And I was just blown away because I really rarely use Facebook anymore. It's mainly all over here on X. But there are people still who believe that crypto is a scam. It's a sham. It's never going to make it. But you're a genius. That's why you're here. And you know that those people are wrong. And we're going to continue moving in the right direction. Michael Saylor made a new post today as well. MicroStrategy has acquired another 27,200 Bitcoin. That's right. At the top, like literally the top of the market. Michael Saylor's still buying because he knows it's not the top. So he bought $2.03 billion worth of Bitcoin at $74 per Bitcoin. And Bitcoin has now achieved for them a 7.3 quarter to date, and then a 26.4% increase year to date. That's as of November 10th. He says he currently holds 279,420 Bitcoin acquired for about $11.9 billion. at a 42.692 per Bitcoin. And when you look at some of the replies under here, pretty good stuff. MicroStrategy is converting capital into Bitcoin more efficiently than every Bitcoin miner. I like this one right here. How much Bitcoin do we need? And Michael says, yes. And in case you missed what happened yesterday when it comes to crypto, because you're busy living your life, you understand that's why you tune in. That's why you subscribe to this channel. That's why you like the comments and smash that thumbs up. So it says, miss this week in headlines. Here's our top news for the last 24 hours. Bitcoin price hits $80,000. That was yesterday. Already going up to about $85,000. We'll take a look at those charts shortly. Near Protocol, if you're familiar with them, we've talked about them a lot on this channel as well. They plan to build the world's largest 1.4 trillion parameter open source AI model. We all know how crazy AI has gone. I mean, right here on X, they have the Grok form. Ethereum did hit 3,200, surpassing Bank of America's market cap. So now cryptos are overtaking banks by market cap. And my favorite one, Elon Musk repost a call to end the Reserve Bank. We also have ADA price pumping 30% amid rumors the Cardano founder Trump collaboration. We're going to get into that later in the video. Wallet Connect Foundation and Rion established the UX standards framework. And as I've been showing you guys over and over again, now you hear of people like Michael Saylor, BlackRock, all of these companies are buying Bitcoin. But check this out right here. Why is it still so exciting about where Bitcoin can go? Bitcoin's balance on exchanges just hit an all-time low again. So we talked about this last week that it hit a low. Now it's hitting an even lower. Supply shock incoming. What does supply shock mean? Well, if people want to buy Bitcoin, there's not enough Bitcoin to buy. What happens to the price? Well, it continues to moonshot. This was a pretty interesting post as well that I thought. So if you guys remember during the run up to the actual election just before November 5th, the owner of a squirrel named Peanut got raided by the feds and they took the squirrel and his pet raccoon, ended up killing it. And people are saying that that is what actually put Trump ahead. Obviously, probably not. But what it did, it was showing how the police state is in control currently in the United States. But Donald Trump becomes the largest holder of peanut now after receiving a 1.7 of its supply, with prices surging 300% after Binance listing announcement. So they're tracking Donald Trump's wallet. And as we can see, this wallet with Donald Trump currently sitting at $10 million, and $6 million of those dollars are coming from peanut that they just gifted to him. And we talked about this a couple of weeks ago when people were accumulating lots of Bitcoin. You kept on seeing notifications that this big institution bought this many Bitcoin. This big institution bought that many Bitcoin. Institutions continued to funnel in. That was before the price surge, of course. Now you're starting to see that they're actually talking more and more openly about the price of Bitcoin in the media. And as we see right here, just in 725 billion, Bernstein urges investors to add exposure to Bitcoin and crypto as soon as possible. So big major corporations, big institutions starting to tell people, hey, you need to be involved in this. You need to take a little bit or a lot of it, whichever you can afford. Never invest more than you can afford. None of this information is financial advice. Do not buy or sell anything because you heard about it on this channel. We are not financial advisors. And what Bernstein said is very easy, right? So we will keep it simple. Don't fight this. Bitcoin adoption is happening. And it's happening at an extreme rapid rate. And we even have here liquidation alert. 1.29 billion shorts will get liquidated if Bitcoin reaches 85,000. Now, if those shorts get liquidated, we could then see a squeeze up above $85,000. A lot of people right now are starting to freak out though. Is it getting toppy? Is it time to sell? Is it time to take profits? Well, a lot of people have been doing a lot of extra digging out there. And I really like this post from Immortal. In 2021 bull market, we had 4 consecutive green weekly candles. Remember, we just had our second largest weekly candle, breaking the previous cycle all-time high, 2 to 3 week correction, then 3 consecutive green candles after that. A total of 18 weekly candles from the all-time high break of top. So as we take a dig in here, we can see last time Bitcoin broke out to the top side. It had 1, 2, 3, 4 green candles, had a correction down, then 1, 2, 3 green candles to the upside. That was the last bull run. And now this bull run, we've got 1 green candle to the upside, breaking the all-time high. Are we going to see continuation? This model right here is predicting a 145,000 before a pullback, and then a shot to the upside up to $200,000. Let me know your price predictions down below. Do you see Bitcoin reaching $200,000 this cycle? So 1.29 billion shorts will be liquidated at 85,000, but check this out. In the past 24 hours, $90 million worth of Bitcoin shorts were already liquidated. And then right below it in the comment section, people are trying to time the top again and again and again. Every time it gets to a new high, people are starting to short, and then it comes down possibly a little bit, but then it breaks back through there, and those people are getting liquidated like crazy. If you're going to be trading on leverage, you need to be extremely careful at all times, especially in times like this. And this was a great post by Crypto Rover. And like I said, if you're not on Crypto X, by the way, or x.com, you definitely need to be over here. It's very simple. It's free to have an account. You can follow me, Win with Ryan. I will be posting stuff frequently and also reposting the data that I find that's important for you guys. Win with Ryan at Real Win with Ryan. As we saw from the video earlier, there are rumors swirling that Charles Hoskinson is the person that will be leading the cryptocurrency in this new administration. Charles has actually said in his posts, in his videos, that he is setting up an office for policy within his company, input output, to support cryptocurrency policy development in the United States. And whether you love him or you hate Cardano, there's a lot of FUD out there, very similar. They say that the two top cults in all of crypto are XRP, and then second would be Cardano. Charles says that this is the best opportunity, and it's now. Charles believes that it is the best opportunity for the crypto industry to gain clarity. And remember, there's only one coin out there. Now, Bitcoin kind of, but there's one coin with legal clarity on actual written law that XRP is not a security. Charles believes that the crypto policy should be written by the American people. In March of 2023, Brad Garlinghouse stated that SEC's regulatory approach puts the U.S. at severe risk of falling behind as a hub blockchain for crypto innovation. And of course, Charles has written that the American people, the American crypto industry, and by well-being lawmakers should be the ones writing the policies for crypto going forward. Charles has said that none of us signed up to have companies like BlackRock dictate the crypto industry. And with all of this talk, all of this hype that's going on, we also have a post here from Gordon. It says, Cardano founder Charles Hoskin is set to appear on the Joe Rogan podcast next week. We know how important that the Joe Rogan podcast was when it came to getting Trump elected. A lot of people said that they pushed over the edge by the podcast that he did with Trump, and then also the podcast that he did with Vance. And then, of course, Joe Rogan even had Elon Musk on. All three of those were leading up to the election on November 5th, and it may have pushed Trump over the edge. So are you a supporter of Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson being involved in this administration? Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing? Let me know down below. And Thomas over here on X made a great post. It says, you get the opportunity to front run Bitcoin strategic reserve once. Don't F this up. But as we can see, if you guys have known, Raoul Pal came out with a system that talks about cycles of power over the years. The Dutch had power, then the British had power, and then now the US is currently the ruling empire, the power that be. Is Bitcoin going to take it up to the next level? A lot of people have this as China coming up and potentially being the next big empire, but Bitcoin could potentially be the monetary empire going forward. The Bitcoin historian made a great post as well. Fun fact, 14 years ago, you could buy one Bitcoin with 50 cents. And a comment under the post, 160,000x gain in 14 years. Taking a look at the charts for XRP, what we've been talking about a lot, the white line is the 10 exponential moving average. We have now taken that and we are above it, meaning we are more bullish than bearish. As we take a look at this indicator below here as well, and this is again on the daily charts, we currently have money flow, the green right here, really starting to pick up. And then these are the momentum waves. As we saw, they did come down, make that W that we talked about a couple of weeks ago. The first leg of the W started here, came back down, retested that area. We talked if it broke it, we could see a continued downtrend, but with the market starting to surge, obviously XRP really starting to take off to the upside as well. We do have this zone right here above us at the 62-cent level. Over here on our XRP dump chart, we have every one of these blue lines is when XRP is unleashed from escrow, and typically Ripple, the company, was selling on us. Every blue line, there was a down move. This time around, we had a tiny down move. It did bounce off that 50-cent level and up to the races. And we did talk about this 60-cent level. Remember, when it comes to XRP, the levels are extremely important on the whole numbers. the 50-cent level, 55-cent level, 60, 65, and so on. Yesterday, we did have a very nice spike up nearly to that 62-cent zone, but backtracking for the day and getting stuck at that 60-cent level, which we've seen as an extreme resistance for quite some time. As we see last time we hit the 60-cent level, though, money flow was in the red, meaning money flow was actually leaving the markets at that time. Now we've got full green money flow, momentum to the upside. When we take a look at the XRP weekly chart, we can see that we were in the red money flow all the way up until here, but now we have finally flipped it to the green, and you can see it in the little chart down here. This is actually a free indicator if you would like to use it. It's called Fu Manchu Cipher B Divergences. You can check that out. Flipping back to this chart, I know it's a lot more busy, but as we can see, money flow has been red for this whole entire time right here. Even though we had some spikes to the upside, money flow was just not there. We have finally flipped it green on the weekly charts as well. This is very, very powerful. As we flip over here to Bitcoin, we can see the money flow was red in this section here, flipped to green. It did have a little pullback in that zone, but once it reached all green money flow wise and above that 10 exponential moving average, this is on the weekly, we had that surge there. Now, as we can see right now, we are above that white line, and we've been there for quite some time, and we've been surging ever since on Bitcoin. Bitcoin now reaching an all-time high of $85,600 as we speak right now. When we take a look at Ethereum, Ethereum is getting into some turbulence, and we've been talking about this now for quite some time as well. If we get through all of this turbulence that's happening right now, these are important zones, these pink levels to the upside. If Ethereum continues to gain its momentum and fly to the upside, 39.32 is that next level of super importance. These are turbulent zones on smaller time frames. So let's go ahead and remove these just for right now, and we'll take a look at the higher time frame turbulence and where we've gotten to. So take that one away. For those of you guys that are following the channel, you'll know what you can do is flip over to the Heikinashi candles, and this will show you the zone. So on the daily chart, Heikinashi candles, there's a red switch to a green. That is a zone of interest to the upside, and we'll make that one green. And we're currently in that zone right now for the daily charts. So we'll see if it breaks through this level. It's very, very important right here. Then the next level up is going to be this candle right here, which is that 34.35. Again, these are turbulent zones. You can see right here, it was all green, this flow, nice down, easy flow to the downside. Well, the green has also picked up to the upside, canceling all of that out. But if we take a look on the daily, there's going to be this turbulence here. There's going to be this turbulence here. And then we finally push through all of this level, and we can get back up into those all-time highs for Ethereum. When we look at it here on the Bitcoin charts on the daily, you can see as we were pumping to the upside, it was running into all of those turbulent zones. And that's why I was having a little bit of a time struggling to get to the upside. Flipping back to XRP, we're running into the same scenario. Lots of turbulence up here. And once we run into that 63-cent zone, we could definitely fly. Moving up to the next spider line up here, which is a 70-cent zone. But on the daily, we're all green here. Money flows green and momentum to the upside for XRP. So we're looking good. And as we take a look here at SUI now, we can see we did push up into the green. This is where the green money flow turned positive. We do have that big giant cup and handle that was created for SUI, and it's definitely taking off to the next level. We do have a zone up here for the Fibonacci extension, getting us to the $3.50 zone. And if you're wanting to take your cryptocurrency knowledge to the next level, you can head over to bullrunners.com, and you can sign up now. The early bird special is finally over. For those of you that got an early, congratulations. Head over to bullrunners.com, click the join button now, join $97 a month, and take your crypto education to the next level. We have 100+ expert curated classes, live weekly calls, daily market updates, and global community. We currently have 112 members. This just launched to the public literally today. We also have in this right here, you get exclusive for the first 1,000 members joining, 2+ hour portfolio deliberation trainings, how to construct a successful portfolio coin by coin, and a crypto tax mastery course. And of course, at this time, if you're starting to feel the FOMO, oh my gosh, I wish I had $100,000 to throw into crypto. I get it. Everyone does. Maybe you just want an extra $1,000 or $500 to throw in there. Well, what we've done is we've helped our community find a way that you don't have to create your own business. We've done everything for you. And check
Hey, bull runners, this is super time sensitive, especially if you're looking to stack more crypto before the bull run is over. Did you know that Visa and MasterCard lost a $5.5 billion class action lawsuit for imposing unfair fees on merchants and business owners. So if you own a business, or if you know any business owners that process payments with Visa or MasterCard between 2004 and 2019, that's 15 years, you could actually be owed a refund of 1 to 1.5% of your total revenue from that period. That's a lot of money. For example, this business that generated 1.6 million in credit card revenue during those years is getting back $28,000. This business that generated over 7 million is getting back $93,000. And this business that generated over $20 million during those years is getting back over $320,000. That's money they didn't even know was on the table. And all they did was fill out a form through the link below this video. It literally takes less than a minute to see if you qualify, but you don't want to wait too long because the deadline to file is February 4th, 2025. So the sooner that you fill out the form below, the sooner that you can reclaim what's rightfully yours. Plus, if you don't have a business, you can actually earn 3% by referring businesses that do qualify by creating your affiliate account through the link below. So this is a no-brainer way to get money back in your pocket to use for your business, or if you want to use it for crypto or other assets to invest in, you can do that. So click the link below. Let's get you paid.